Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. So, are you looking to get back to your glory days when you were just super fit? Or maybe you're just looking to create some new glory days? This podcast is for you. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Perry Tinsley here, creator of the Power Blast podcast, the power of possibility, passion, and purpose. Thanks for tuning in. I so appreciate you for coming on. And let's talk about those glory days. A lot of times, many of us reflect back. Maybe it's when you're, in sports, or you were really kind of in your prime, or just even feeling a little bit better. And time's gone on and life gets busy, and oh man, maybe you're just looking to get back on track and trying to figure out, how do I do that, or what do I do? Because every day there's people all over the country deciding to get back in shape. Maybe the pants, they're a little tight, or they just don't stretch far enough, or maybe the doctor has given a specific warning, or maybe it's the fact that summer's coming around and you just want to feel good in your summer clothes, or maybe it's just that gut feeling. It's time, right? So whatever the reason is, starting to get back to your glory days or create new glory days, it can be scary. And I think for a lot of people, it's one, maybe you're really out of shape, and you got to realize fitness is a journey, and you got to set little achievable goals ahead of time, things that you can celebrate along the way, little victories that'll keep you motivated. For a lot of times, people just have these big, huge goals and then feel frustrated when it just seems so far away. Finding a workout buddy can help too. Another reason might be you just have no idea what you're doing. I know that was me when I was getting into a gym, and there's all this fancy gadgets and equipment, and I knew where the dumbbells were and stuff like that, but it didn't mean I knew what to do. And fitness is a journey, and it's just as much of a journey as it is today, as it was back yesteryear, if you want to say. If you think about it, I know that I participated in some sports, or at least tried out for some sports when I was in high school. And it always seemed like when the conditioning part, we had to start exercising to get in a condition to do the tryouts. It just felt like, how did I get so out of shape? And, it was really hard. The muscles were really sore. But, day by day, you just get there. You trust the process. And I think following a fitness plan, we always had trainers that gave us a fitness plan, a plan that can show you proper form and give you options, if you need along the way, especially as we get a little bit older. We sometimes need to modify things. I know I do. I just got done with a workout today, and man, I had to modify a few moves, but that's okay. Another reason might be you're getting old. And a lot of times people use that as an excuse, but there's really no such thing as too old to work out. You see people all the time busting that myth. There's the American Ninja Warriors in their 70s and marathon runners in their 80s. It's, people still keep going, keep pushing on. So I wouldn't use the age as an excuse. One big excuse that people do use is you don't have enough time. And truth is, there are people busier than you who are working out right now. If you break it down, 60-minute workout is really only 4% of your day. So even shaving that in half, 30-minute workout, it's only 2%. A lot of times we just spend so much time thinking about it and trying to think about how we can't do it that we burn up the time that we could have actually just gotten in and gotten done. That's why I work out from home. It just saves that travel time to the gym to do that. So just think of it that way. And another thing is to think of the people in your life who really need you to be healthy. If it's important to you, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. And those excuses, they could be robbing your loved ones from, the very best that you can give. So another reason might be that some people say is it's too expensive. And I don't think an investment in your health is really is too expensive for that. A lot of times the sick care that we have in the world, going to get medicines and things like that costs money. But if you're willing to pay $100 for cable and internet, it should, I would think, be willing to pay $8 to $10 to invest in yourself so you can enjoy an abundant amount of life. Because when you lose your excuses, you'll find your results. Now, here's how to find some new motivation to create your new glory days, or if you're wanting to be nostalgic and say, I'm back in shape the way my former glory days were. Or a lot of times what people will do is they'll work to get in shape so they can fit back into some clothing that they've been holding on to for a long time. So one is to set goals and make a plan. And my recommendation is to just work on functional fitness, things that will allow you to have better quality of life day to day. You might be able to relate to this because I know for me, as I was getting more and more out of shape, some of them fall on the floor, or if I'm doing laundry and, I had to pick something up, you'd reach down and the back would ache and knees would pop, and it would be just such a dread just to kind of hold on and brace yourself to hold on to something just to bend down. And I think functional fitness, a lot of times we think back to our glory days when we just got to hit the weights and stuff. But if you think about that, functional fitness that would incorporate all these different things, flexibility, that can increase your range of motion, your blood flow, circulation, even just doing like simple stretches, or even trying like one of our yoga workouts, very, very doable. Adding in some easy and fun cardio, just things that you can really engage with and enjoy as you're doing it. Some strength training, because weights can really, you can use weights, or you can use body weight sort of exercise, things that incorporate like squats, lunges, push-ups, stuff like that. And then core, engaging, not just trying to get a ripped out, six-pack or anything like that, but the core for stability. Kind of everything is the foundation from that. And I think it can help a lot of us with our balance, our how we operate day to day, even our posture at our desks and stuff like that. So for a few recommendations on what would be some really good, I guess, what do I want to call it, functional fitness program, just see my show notes. I'll put in some recommendations, things that I've got experience with, or have seen some friends use to get that overall mix and to be able to hit all of the different things and still keep it within a good time frame, 2 to 4% of your day. To do that. And it doesn't have to necessarily be every day, but I would say, strive for 4 to 6 days a week to do that, because you'll really start to notice some changes over time as you incorporate that. Now, I know it might seem like a lot now because you haven't been putting in that time or the effort to be in your glory days condition, but I assure you, with time, with trust, focusing on, trusting the process, focusing on you and just what you can do day to day, because that's what I did. I could barely do 2 push-ups. Just a little while ago, it was like 30, and I could have done a little bit more. It's just, you trust the process, and you just know that you're going to get stronger and more flexible, and just have a lot more energy as long as you keep at it, just one day at a time. So you can just continue to improve that fitness level and your health. Stay focused on your goals, and remember the initial reason why you're doing this. It won't always be easy. I assure you of that. There are some days I just struggle, but it's going to be worth it. And just as a reminder, for recommendations of many complete programs, well, I say many, but I'll put in a nice arrangement. You can check out the show notes to get my workouts. These you can do at the gym or at home. So whatever works for you, or even on the road. So see my show notes for that. I still appreciate you for coming in here. And if you found this valuable, please pass it on to somebody who could benefit. And you can, if you get over to your podcast app, you can see this podcast in either audio or video. Just do a search wherever you watch podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for Power Blast Podcast. You can do that. Also on YouTube, if you do a search for P. Tinsley or Perry Tinsley, you'll find the podcast listed over there. I so appreciate you, my friend. You absolutely rock. And remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.